are 78-74, joined by head coach Roger Hodge. And Coach, it seemed like both teams were kind of in a post-Turkey doldrums a little bit there at the start. A lot of turnovers in this game, but you guys made some shots when it counted down the stretch.
I thought we overcame a whole lot. I mean, Jalen Sperlin's in foul trouble the entire game, and they gave up 27 offensive rebounds. They outshot us at the free throw line. They had 15 more shot attempts. And I guess the mark of a good team is overcoming a lot to win, and that's what I felt like we did today.
Mars Hill, a very good rebounding team. 27 offensive rebounds today for Mars Hill. I know that's been an issue at times, but it's the crazy thing about it is that we lead the conference in defensive rebounds, which kind of tells you what that stat really means. I mean, if you're giving up 25 offensive rebounds, it doesn't matter how many you grab, you're giving teams another second chance. And it seemed like that they just kept coming in waves and waves at it on the boards.
Well, and a lot of that is, we played a lot of high possession games, so I mean, there's a lot of rebounds to be had, but still, I always go off of percentages, right? So, they missed 50 shots and got 27 of them back. That's over half. That is a terrible number from our end of it. Mm-hmm. And but again, they're just so athletic and play so hard. She does a great job coaching them. So again, we're very fortunate to come out here with one today.
Danielle Booker, I mean, what she gives you on the offensive end, just for someone who's not the biggest player in the world, 5'6", but she's always under the basket. She's always making things happen offensively, and she's pretty relentless on defense. She's got a motor.
Well, has a motor, and she is extremely strong. I mean, and when we were recruiting her, that's kind of what we saw. Is that ability to play inside and out, and her strength. And, she's a determined kid, too. So I think her and Jenna Kallenberg are a good, variety at that position, because you got to guard Jenna behind the arc. And then Danielle can come and penetrate it. So, yeah, she was a huge factor today.
Talking about Jenna Kallenberg, she had a big basket at the end there, but she does so many of the little things that you ask her to. She wound up with 9 points today, but she's not a glamour player. She's not someone who's going to go out there and go for 15 or 18 like that. She's a lunch pail kid. She's going to show up and give you what she's got.
Well, and on top of that, I mean, really understands the game. I mean, she's going to grad school, for psychology, go try to do some different
coach's daughter.
If she wanted to be a coach, she'd be a great one. Just understands what anybody and everybody's supposed to do. I can put her in out of position, and it's no problem. She's going to execute it. Great communicator. And again, I mean, obviously she can shoot it, but the intangible thing, you're right, Jim, is what she brings to us.
You showed some confidence in your freshmen. You had Gomez out there for long stretches. Zoe Sharp played a lot. She had a little struggle with their trap back there, but she scored a couple big baskets as well. You're giving them more of a leash and more of a chance to go out and show what they can do.
Well, I think they're earning that. I mean, and yes, we are, but it's to their credit. Zoe's just a kid that it's not always pretty, but she is constantly making things happen. And Angela, of course, she just comes in and does the job. She's a great defender, got good speed. So I think from that aspect, they're a big part of our future, but they're going to help us now too.
4-4 on the season. We know what happened last year, but it seems like the vibes around this team are just different. And I think a lot of it has to do with some of the players you brought in, like Booker, Sperlin, the freshman as well, and Abby Douglas. Talk about how the team's confidence just feels so much better than it. This is a game last year you probably lose.
No question. And I think Newberry was the same.
Yeah.
And not because of talent or anything else, but just because of confidence and knowing how to close out a game. And when you look at Abby Douglas, she's a grad student from a winning program. Jalen Sperling, a senior from a winning program. Danielle Booker played on an Elite 8 team. These kids know how to win. I mean, not just from a talent aspect, they know the mentality how to close somebody down.
Pioneers go to 4-4 with the victory, 2-2 in the conference, and they'll be taking some time off here. You got a week now before your next game against Lenore Lions.
Yeah, it's kind of a tough time to have that day off, and then you got exams the following week, so it's a little awkward break, but it's nice to go into that break with a win.
They do, as they defeat Mars Hill this afternoon 78-74. For Coach Roger Hodge, Jim Miller here, and more of our postgame coming up here on the Pioneer Sports Network.